Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pro Wrestling Report Feedback Friday, March 3rd, 3316. Damien at 7. Dang it. I was so smooth up until that point. Damian Nelson sitting alongside David Hero, and thank you so much for joining us here on Fight TV and YouTube. We are here, of course, from Casablanca on Brady here in Milwaukee. Milwaukee, where this weekend WWE Fastlane will emanate from the BMO Harris Bradley Center, just right down around the corner from us, David Hero.
Wait.
Yesterday, we had Be the Booker on a very long, but I think good, because of me, edition of Prime Time.
My good God Almighty.
Well, I had to keep...
we don't get paid by the hour.
You know?
No.
You talked about this lucrative contract, your guaranteed contract that you have.
But it's not supposed to go that long.
Yeah, you know who it's guaranteed by?
Because.
Let's get to Feedback
Friday.
Friday,
He's the Italian
folks.
guy in the group. He
Two big things. Of course, what we do on this show is we respond to your questions and your comments and your feedback to us, primarily on our YouTube channel. But this week, we've got a big prize to give as well. And Linda's going to be announcing later the winner from this week's comments. The winner from this week's comments on who gets that WWE Loot Crate box.
Is it a raffle?
It's not a raffle. Well, I guess it's sort of a raffle. I mean, the senior intern Cal picked the winner this week based off of their comment and their frequency of comments. Cal picks the comments every week.
I know that.
You did not know that.
He picks comments to antagonize his father.
How did you think Ronald Reagan was as president of the United States?
I thought he was fantastic.
You know what? If you really look at Reagan's record, he's been inflated over the years. But be that as it may, I agree he was fantastic. But remember that gimmick he used to do when he didn't want to answer a question?
Okay, it worked.
Yes, but it doesn't work for you. You try the same thing. You claim not to hear things. How many years have we sat here doing Feedback Friday? And how many years have I said that senior intern Cal, your son, picks the comments? And that never registered, never computed with you?
No.
Our first comment, ladies and gentlemen, comes to us from a YouTube user by the name of Trey Williams. And he says the following, and I quote. So listen, David Hero, with your ears. And I quote.
What else would I use?
That is a question I can't answer, but I'd like you to listen with your ears.
Okay.
I quote, I wanted to know, with the Hardys leaving TNA, which we talked about extensively yesterday on Primetime, do you guys believe that the WWE will use the broken gimmick, since it has been reported that Matt Hardy owns the rights to the gimmick, if TNA, who may also have ownership, allows him to? Maybe a surprise WrestleMania appearance?
There's not a chance.
Talked about a little bit last night on Primetime, but let's explain to the audience now.
With the exception of Goldberg and Shane McMahon, they make everybody else.
Here comes the money.
They make everybody else dye their hair. They're not going to have Matt Hardy show up with gray silver hair. And they did not create the broken Hardys. That's not theirs. They had the Hardy Boys, Team Extreme.
I'll give you this, though. Samoa Joe, they didn't create any bit of that, yet they're using him as he was in TNA. Music is similar, appearance is similar, the same.
But they also had him for a year in NXT.
No, and then that year in NXT, they used him as he was in TNA as well. So,
but now he's wearing a suit.
His wrestling gear is exactly the same as it was in TNA.
Well, that's what he's comfortable in.
Granted. But I think with the Triple H era in WWE, those things matter less.
The broken Hardys are not going to be on Raw.
You care to guarantee that?
Yeah.
Because your face just said, you stupid idiot, why would you even think it? They're not going to be on Raw.
I would have rolled my eyes at you if I was thinking that.
You weren't talking to me, you were talking to Trey when you said that. You dare not talk to me like that.
And here's the thing. Again, he may cut promos like Broken Matt, but he's not going to look like Broken Matt.
Is that?
Here's why.
That was a thing in TNA. Would that be a thing?
They're not going to bring King Maxwell out with him and Rebby. There's no... First of all, when and if they do sign the Hardys, it will be in the contract that Rebby cannot tweet. I love Rebby. I do.
But she's not somebody you want to mess with.
No.
Especially on a social media platform.
God, she's Puerto Rican. Are you kidding me? There's not a chance.
Trey, thank you very much for that comment. Next comment comes to us from a YouTube user by the name of Sir Disney, who asked the following question, David Hero. How do you fix Roman Reigns? Fans just don't like him right now. I know you have said before with the boos and the cheers he gets are similar to Cena, but if WWE wants this guy to get over in babyface or heel factions, something has to change. What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
What ways would you guys fix him?
Here's why. As long as the fans aren't sitting on their hands when he walks out, He's doing his job.
Here's what I don't know that people realize. With the exception of Austin and The Rock, Hogan got boos, especially at the end of his run in both WWE and before becoming Hollywood in WCW. John Cena has always gotten those boos. Roman Reigns gets those boos. But all three of those guys were the top money makers in the company. So it's not broken. Exactly.
He's not broken. He's just not getting cheered.
I think it's today's wrestling fan. I'm cool if I boo the good guy, right?
Yeah.
So I'm more sophisticated. I read online yesterday that Roman Reigns, he's only there because Vince McMahon. He's Vince McMahon's boy. All that stuff didn't exist in the past, so you don't have those.
Warrior would get booed today? Of course he would be.
Yeah, it's a different era. It's a different time, and I think your biggest star in wrestling today and in the near future is going to have almost an equal amount of boos and cheers because the audience is more sophisticated, but less sophisticated at the same time.
I agree.
Thank you for that comment, though, Sir Disney. Next comment comes to us from a YouTube user by the name of ThunderKnight19, who asks this. If only one of the two were to happen in the next 5 years, which would be the most likely? CM Punk returning to WWE or Owen Hart going into the WWE Hall of Fame?
Owen Hart.
I think that I'm not sure that there are a few people in the business who burned a bridge more in their departure from WWE than CM Punk did.
One guy. Nails.
And Punk didn't give physical events either. Yeah. So I think, you talk about the Bret Harts who came back. You talk about the Ultimate Warriors who came back. You talk about the Hogans even. All of these people had dissension with the company at some point. But there are a few people, Nails being one of them, that you can say with a degree of certainty will never, ever be seen in that company again. And I think, like it or not, fault or no fault, that CM Punk is one of those
Here's
people.
why. Because Hunter and Stephanie, they're going to get the reins.
Roman Reigns?
They have him too.
Yeah.
And Triple H does not like CM Punk.
Would despise be a fair word?
Yes.
Would abhor be a fair word?
If that's what you want to call him.
I didn't say anhor, I said abhor.
Oh, sure.
Thank you for that comment, Thunder Knight 19. And we're actually going to take a time out, David.
What do you think the first 18 Thunder Knights are doing right now?
They're saying, Thunder Knight, not Thunder Cat.
Okay.
You didn't watch it yet, did you?
No. Did you send me a link?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. To some of the best episodes and some of the highlights.
Oh, okay, I'll watch it.
You didn't watch?
No. Is there a cute girl on the show?
I'll leave you to decide which character you think. I mean, she's shapely. She's a lioness.
I'm used to that.
No further questions, Your Honor. We're going to take a time out. When we come back, folks, more of your comments and the winner of this month's WWE Loot Crate.
The biggest party event of WrestleMania weekend is back. WWE Hall of Famer Kevin Nash presents Shenanigans Orlando. Join Nash and his friends for a huge VIP party Saturday, April 1st. Party with the biggest stars of wrestling at the pub at Point Orlando on International Drive to kick off WrestleMania weekend. Don't miss Shenanigans Orlando, hosted by Kevin Nash. Tickets are available now and going fast at PWRshow.com. That's PWRshow.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pro Wrestling Report Feedback Friday. Damian Nelson sitting alongside David Hero here on March 4th, 2017. Did I say the wrong date? I said the wrong date. No, I didn't. It's March 3rd.
It doesn't really matter.
It don't make a damn bit of difference?
Not to me.
Well, I'm sure it doesn't. So let's go back to your comments, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for those comments from earlier in the episode. Some great discussion spurred as a result. Next comment, though, comes to us from a YouTube user by the name of Grimlock Hero. Grimlock Hero. Is that a cousin of yours?
A distant cousin.
And I quote, ladies and gentlemen, if Brock Lesnar does beat Goldberg at WrestleMania for the Universal Championship, what exactly do you think is the end game really? Great question. Another reign of Lesnar not ever defending until he gets beat at SummerSlam? That's a great question. Good question from Grimlock Hero. What's the end game if, after WrestleMania, if it is for the championship, if Goldberg beats Owens Sunday, and and Lesnar wins the championship at Mania, what's next?
Well, you got to figure it'll be Lesnar and Kevin Owens, and then Lesnar and Samoa Joe, and your dream match, Lesnar and Finn Balor.
I'd like to make one thing crystal clear, ladies and gentlemen. What he's doing now is continuing to jab at everybody who is a Finn Balor fan because he thinks Finn is too small and should be a cruiserweight. That's what you said.
He's under 205. He's technically a cruiserweight.
How much does AJ Styles weigh?
226.
You did it. Congratulations, David Hero. You did it. I don't know where I was.
Boom.
But I do know that we have another comment here, and this comment comes to us from a YouTube user by the name of 2Pixel2. Says, and I quote, this is regarding TNA. TNA is doing great. Impact Wrestling has been better than Raw. David and Damian, what do you expect from TNA in 2017? Because there are so many changes, which are positive, such as Jeff Jarrett, Dutch Mantel, Scott D'Amore being back. This, of course, submitted to us actually prior to the announcement of the talent changes, with the Hardys leaving, Galloway leaving, and
it's
such.
It's going to be interesting because the entire creative team is now different in TNA. Mm-hmm. Lagana's gone, Matt Conway's gone. Now you got an older guard back in there again. Jeff Jarrett, Dutch, and Scott D'Amore. Mm-hmm. From what I understand, they aren't big fans of what the current product was. They didn't. Dutch Mantel did not understand the Broken Hardys. Thought it was not good business. And I wouldn't expect him to, because that's not, his era is the 70s and 80s.
Right. Fundamentals. The fundamental era.
So I think we're going to go back to some more old school pro wrestling, Memphis style, Nashville style. But it's you got to have the horses. I don't know if they have all the horses. They can't afford to lose an Eli Drake. They can't afford to lose an EC3 or a Bobby Lashley.
Or a Rockstar Spud.
Or a Rockstar Spud, yes. Or Cody Rhodes.
Or a Zema Ion. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much for that comment, 2Pixel2. David Hero, yesterday on Primetime, we had some pretty big news as it pertained to the Shenanigans VIP party coming to Orlando on WrestleMania Eve on April 1st on International Drive at the Pub at Point Orlando. And want to make sure you guys check that out on Primetime. Actually, PWRshow.com for a complete listing of all the shenanigans that will happen at Shenanigans. But big story, Mean Gene Okerlund is going to be joining us.
Yes.
Big, huge name joining us along with the others.
And if you've never had the opportunity to sit down with Mean Gene.
Never have I once.
And have a cocktail or 3 or 7 with him, you are missing out on one of the greatest experiences of your life.
I say this out of respect, David Hero. Gene Okerlund. If you decide to enter some type of contest with him at a drinking establishment, be prepared to pay up.
Yeah, you will lose. He can go.
And he will still be sober.
Yes.
Yet beat you and drink you under a table and still be completely fine.
But even just the Mean Gene experience.
Yes.
I mean, we've had several cocktails and dinners with him. Mm-hmm. Everyone outdoes the previous. Outdoes the previous.
They do. Mean Gene Okerlund is going to be a huge part of the Shenanigans VIP party. Don't forget, you'll get an opportunity to be interviewed by Mean Gene Okerlund. And you could even start off, you could be your own Hogan. Well, you know something, Mean Gene? Do it any way you want. Gene is going to be there with you to interview you. And he will.
And if you try to get cute, he'll make you feel stupid.
Real quickly. You may not even realize it happened, right?
No, he won't.
That all happening at Shenanigans VIP party Saturday, April 1st in Orlando, Florida, as part of the big PWR WrestleMania weekend. Keep in mind, we're going to be broadcasting all weekend long on the FITE, Fight TV app from WrestleCon. In the midst of all the activities going on with WrestleMania starting Thursday, going into Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
And let's, with that, get to our final comment of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, and that comes to us from a YouTube user by the name of BG Mike Jr. And he says, and a simple question, do you think WWE will turn Roman Reigns heel before he faces The Undertaker at WrestleMania? Now, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. You're going to have a face versus face situation, but it won't matter because in that match, there will be one heel.
They're going to boo him anyhow. You don't got to turn him at all. They're going to boo him when he comes to the ring. I'm getting tired of that. When do you turn Roman Reigns heel?
Well, for some fans, it's got to be black and white. Either you're a heel or you're a face. And I think in a lot of fans' eyes,
why is it always about race?
In a lot of fans' eyes, you know what? I will say this: I almost took a jab, like you do at Finn Balor, at our president. but I actually, after his behaviors and actions this week,
He's been great.
don't go that far. After his behaviors and actions this week, I, as a reasonable human being, am giving him a chance.
What was your favorite behavior this week of him?
He didn't tweet after the speech on Tuesday night. So his morning tweets where he starts stuff up.
Were you offended by Kellyanne Conway?
I think she's a useless twat. I think she is the greatest liar on the face of this planet.
Really?
I believe so. I believe she should burn in places south.
Why?
She's a disgusting human being. She's
Georgia?
a disgusting human being. I don't even want to talk about her. I'm trying to give credit to the presidency right
you
now,
are flustered.
and you bring up that whatever Jim Cornette has ever called her is what I will endorse to call her.
Did you have a problem with her sitting on the couch the way she did?
Was her skirt? No, I didn't have a problem with it, David Hero. Why? I don't care.
Why is everybody else caring about it?
Because it's the media. Didn't you hear? I tried. I started this with praise, and you've turned me into remembering all the stuff that happened before the speech earlier this week, and the lack of tweets following it, and a decent handling of this Jeff Sessions thing. I'm being.
What about Pizzagate?
A fair-minded human being. They make pizza in Russia?
No, Pizzagate. You've heard about Pizzagate.
Oh well, you stop it.
What?
A person was killed because of that fake story, and you're bringing it up as a joke.
You think it's fake?
Congratulations to Trey Williams, our winner this week. This month, rather, of a WWE Loot Crate box. This very box, David Hero, full with all the great stuff that we saw unveiled yesterday on Prime Time.
Yeah.
This box is going to be shipped to you. We're going to put the stuff back in it. This shop box is going to be shipped to you.
Take that address off of there.
Well, you don't want people to know where you live?
That's Linda's address.
Oh. Well, I saw that written down in many places.
Well, I didn't
for
do
job
it.
applications and such for the show.
I gotcha.
Oh.
You're very kabuki-ish today.
I have never been a fan of the Great Kabuki. So,
hey.
Thank you. Congratulations, Trey, and thank you so much for joining us, all of you, here on Feedback Friday.
Are we done?
You know what? We are done. We are done.
Thank God.
I want to remind everybody, first,
know what?
follow us on our social media accounts. I'm Damian Nelson, at Damian Nelson. He's at David Hero. And the show account, of course, at PWR Show, for updates on not only the Shenanigans Party, but everything going on in the world of professional wrestling.
You've been rather testy this last show.
You know, no, here's the thing, David Hero. I've not been testy at all. I mean, I've been very complimentary. I've had an open mind. I've given myself an opportunity to change views on some things and to be more conservative in my approach to things. And typically speaking, the opposing party supporter has to break it apart and make a fight out of it.
You've been very reactionary today.
I don't react to anything. I proact to everything. For that one, this is Damian Nelson saying thank you so much for joining us here on the Pro Wrestling Report Feedback Friday. We'll see you again next week.